Oops.
You done, Jimmy? You done?
Okay. We'll get back to this in just a minute. Let's talk about a few things first. This is the last week before spring break. As you well know, I'm sure everybody is ready for some time off. Yeah? Okay. So, this was your definition essay, where you were allowed to kind of give us your little philosophical viewpoint on one of those words. And our goal was to write an identitative meaning, meaning agreed upon or dictionary meaning of the word. That should have been in your introduction along with your thesis statement of what the word meant to you. You would then be able to provide maybe 3 examples, history of the word, tell us a story, a narrative, whatever it might have been. You had that option. And then a simple wrap-up of, again, what the word meant to you, and if you could bring in the dedicated meaning again, that would be awesome. Okay? So today is going to be a workshop. Last essay before spring break. This week is not going to be a tough week. Okay, that's a good thing, right? Because I don't want to start an essay on Friday and go on the break. Okay, I'm just going to be honest, I'm not going to do that. But we have a couple things to finish up. We need to finish strong before the break, because when we come back, we only have 2 essays left. Okay, we have a process essay and the evaluator. And both are worth a little bit more points. Okay. I did get your comparing contrast. I just finished grading them. I'll hand those back to you. That essay, along with this one, is an awesome way to get that grade up. You know, if you were teetering a little bit or whatever, all you gotta do is follow some of the lists and checklists on it. And for the most part, it's like the job on the rewrite, okay? So today we're going to do definition workshop. Wednesday, we will fix this essay, and we'll see how far we get, and something else that we're going to do with this essay also, okay? So, it's important that you're here for the remainder of the week to make sure that we finish strong, okay? All right, so let's look on page 115 of your Black Binders. Again, there's room for 2 essays, one on 115, one on 116, and oh my gosh, the numbers are correct. Okay. Hallelujah, right? Hallelujah. Those of you that do not have an essay will not be able to participate in the workshop. However, you are to take this time and to work on the rough draft. If you can get that rough draft completed by the end of the class period, I'll accept it. If not, then you have to come with a final copy on Wednesday. Okay? For those of you that did not get a rough draft on, it will be working. Okay? All right, so let's look at the items that we're going to discuss. Does the writer introduce the topic? In other words, giving 3 standard definitions. According to, you need to tell us where it comes from. It should be in quotes. Quote verbatim, it should be in quotes. So according to Webster.com, honestly is quotes. Okay? Then do you give, number 2, do you give your connotative meaning? What does the word mean to you? To me. Okay? Number 3, the body of the essay. Do you, number 3 and 4 kind of go together here. They're almost kind of the same question. So kind of put these 2 together. You could write these different methods of definition and if not identify what method that they use. Okay, you did not have to give different methods. Okay, so 3 and 4 are kind of the same. Basically identify the method, what the author did. Did they tell a story? Did they use 3 examples? Did they do a combination? Did they talk about how the word changed over the years? Whatever it was, you identify that in questions 3 and 4, okay? And then 5, the conclusion. Did it wrap up the key points from the essay? Did they restate what the word meant to them, along with any dedicated meaning? Take some time and look for some grammatical or punctuation errors, since we're going to have the time to be able to do that today. And then do you have suggestions for the author, okay? I didn't talk much about the title. The title can be pretty basic if you wanted to, but if you would like to add something a little bit more intriguing, maybe you can help suggest that for your classmates, okay? No questions? Okay, then we get into, I don't remember how I did it here.
Have a bit with Joey.
Yes.
Have Doug.
Yeah, no, Joey either. Oh my gosh, if I was being Joey, is that the deal?
Yes.
People love you, I will know. Kara, would you go back with Jaden, please? And, Chase, would you go over with, Kara and Jaden? And, Rylan, why don't you come over with Austin and Joey, okay? Paul, is that at least 4 of you then? You don't have one, do you? Okay, so why don't you 3 come over here with Chris? So we're gonna have 3, 3, and 4. Sorry, it's not 3 up there, but
Yeah, you can.
I got, is everybody good with this? Are you gonna change?
You a person that agrees. How's it going?
Alright. Where is that, Paul? Paul's over here, right? Rylan's over here. Okay. Alright. So again, it's important that you read your essay out loud. Okay? Go back to your peer reviews as you go. Those of you that have 4 in your group, obviously you're gonna have to switch around. And comment on them, talk about them. Not silent, that's you know, talk about them, see what you think, okay? All right. Good? All right, let's get in the workshop.
Go first. Yeah, because I got the shortest. Okay. Winning. The Dictionary of Oxford Languages defines the word winning as gaining, resulting in or relating in victory, in contest or competition. Although all my experiences with winning, it's always doing your utmost best and always doing what is right, no matter the cost. I love the feeling of winning, whether it's getting a simple job done or a complex job done. Vin Diesel said himself, winning is winning. I remember my first memory of winning back in 7th grade. It was PE, and we played basketball, knockout. The rules of knockout occurred.
I'm printing, Joey.
Everybody who plays gets in this single file line. Sorry, my voice is starting to shake. And 2 people in front get basketballs. In front, they shoot. He or she makes it till they're still in and go to the end of the line. If the second person makes it before the person, they get knocked out and goes until the end of the line has been shortened to the last 2 people. As it was my turn, I was scared of losing after all the hard work of staying in. Just to lose wasn't my goal. But I put in more hard work and somehow knocked out the person behind me, getting 2 consecutive shots. I was happy with my win, though heading to class after PE, the wind had died out. My hunger for winning had increased. Another winning experience was 8th grade football. I had always put in my effort and showed up to practice on time. We won our first game with hard work, and I loved the feeling of cheering with the team on every touchdown we made. As a team, we won a lot of games. Sadly, we didn't win our last game of the season. I realized without dark, there cannot be light. And as I walked through the bus for home, I picked my seat, I looked at my sad reflection, and what I felt, I can only describe it as a dark room surrounding a small lit candle, knowing there's still light in this world, And there is a lot of dark to come.
All three of you did win.
We did?
I did honesty.
The other ones look too hard.
I don't have a lot of winning in my life. I don't win things, I just consistently lose.
Oh, I can go next. The dictionary defines winning as gaining, resulting in, or relating to the victory at a contest or competition. Though winning a competition or contest has provided some of the happiest times in my life, some of the most meaningful wins in my life have not been for a prize or victories over another person. Winning to me also means overcoming obstacles and coming out a better person. My first experience winning was the middle school cross country team. Nearly all year, my team has been working tirelessly every day, preparing the best racers for the school state WAC meet. I made the WAC team, which was a victory in itself. The real victory came after the big race we were preparing for the last 2 weeks. I didn't place that race, but I did something I didn't think I could do. I had beaten my own record by over 45 seconds. I remember after that race feeling sad that I didn't place, but I was quickly reassured by my parents and coaches that I did something most people can't do my age. Even though I didn't win by beating others, I won by overcoming my personal limits that I previously set for myself. My second experience, I experienced my second win in my sophomore year of high school. Although I had a good work ethic growing up from a pressuring father and a motivating mother, I was always nervous and scared about the idea of taking orders from someone else other than my parents. I was attempting to get a job on my own, from again the pressure from my father to get a job. Now that I was living here, I didn't know where to start and I was lost. So I asked my friend who at the time had a job, and I asked, "Can you help me get a job?" He willingly accepted, and I got an interview. Days later, I got the job. I was so happy, and I wanted to get it. My last example of winning came recently while attending college. While attending college, I've overcome many obstacles, but the biggest one was always getting a job at LDI, a company I've been wanting to work for a while. At the beginning of the semester, I started interning there, trying to learn the ins and outs of the company. While doing this, I was in school and working another full-time job. Only recently, I got offered a job starting full-time this summer. I had overcome obstacles to this point and lacking the confidence in myself to be able to get where I am right now. I always told myself it would get easier one day, but now today I can tell myself that I'm winning. These examples show what winning means to me. I believe nothing comes easy, and you will have obstacles in any aspect of your life. The roads will be bumpy, and a win is more satisfying when you work hard and overcome any challenges to the best of your ability. This has always been a positive outlook for me and my family, and the beauty of winning.
There you go.
Clearly a leader.
Always.
So, what is honesty? Honesty, according to Merriam-Webster, is adherence to the facts. Only speaking the facts does not mean you're being honest, it just means you're being factual. Honesty to me is being truthful to yourself and the people around you. The first time I can remember honesty is when I was 10 years old. I was on a trip with my grandparents and we were on our way home from Minnesota. We had stopped at a random gas station for bathroom breaks since we weren't going to be stopping for a couple hours after that. We all did our business and got back on the road, and about an hour later I got a call from an unknown number. When I answered my phone, the man who called asked if he was speaking to me, Christopher Rivas, because he had found my wallet at the gas station in the bathroom. When I checked my pockets, sure enough, my wallet was gone. So I told my grandma what was going on and handed my phone to her. She talked to the man for a little while, and he was willing to mail my wallet back to Kansas. So when my wallet came in the mail, it still had everything in it, and it still had all the money. At the time, I think it only had $20, but that guy could have taken the money, and there wouldn't have been nothing that I could have done to stop him. He did not have to call or return my wallet, he could have just stolen it. But he was kind and honest enough to return my wallet without taking anything for himself. What that guy did made me value honesty and think about it more than I had before. The second time honesty played a role on the trip was when I was around 12. My grandparents had taken me and my sister to Colorado to see our great uncle and aunt. It was a fun trip where we spent time in the mountains and just hanging out with the family. But on the last day of the trip, we were supposed to go to a fair that was in town. The day before, when I woke up, I could not find my wallet again that I had left on the bedside table. I told my grandparents and they helped me look for a little while and asked me if I was sure that it was there. Now, my sister has been known to steal things from me and other people before, so my grandparents asked her if she had stolen it because I was certain I did not lose it. And she said that she did not steal it. But we were both still young and she was not the greatest when it came to lying, so my grandparents could tell that she had stolen the wallet. My sister did not want to be honest and confess that she had stolen it. They said the trip was over and to pack her bags because we were going back home since she wouldn't tell the truth. Months later, I found my wallet in my sister's room with no money in it and everything had been taken out. Honesty is important to me. If you are not willing to be honest with me, I'm not willing to be your friend and help you when you need. Even though my sister has stolen from me before, I'm willing to help her out if she's honest about what she needs the money for. Honesty and the lack thereof sometimes has played a significant role in how I was raised, and as such, it will continue to be important to throughout my life.
Nice.
I have bad luck with my wallet.
Yeah.
Did you get a rich wallet or?
I just stopped keeping money in my wallet. Or hiding it. It's never out of my pants at this point.
I did winning. Alright, according online, the word winning means gaining, resulting in, or related to victory in a contest or competition. To me, winning has never been about competing against people or winning an award. Although it might be a feeling of accomplishment, that is a separate definition to what winning is for me. As human beings, winning shouldn't be against each other, but what we can do in life as humans. I feel you should always be competing only against the person in the mirror. Throughout my childhood, the way I saw winning was being able to go to school and go home to a home-cooked meal on the table. Whether you think so or not many kids get the opportunity to go to school and get an education. Many are forced to work in other countries or can't afford the basic schooling they need. To add on, I had both my father and mom in the picture growing up, which helped a lot to this day with food, financial, and emotional support. I would say having this was a win for me because I realized there's kids out there growing up with broken families having it worse than me. With this support, I was able to grow up to be the adult I am today and not have to struggle through life. Getting out of high school, I never really knew what I wanted to be in life. Many chose the 4-year route, decided to start working, and some even going down the wrong path. I was 2 years out of high school when I moved away from my hometown to Lawrence, Kansas, all because I decided to take a chance. I bet on myself, and at the end it was worth it because it led to me choosing what I wanted to have as a career in life. Many people called me insane back at home, but I decided to enroll back into college, and I would say that is a win for taking a step forward in life. Although my days are usually busy with gym, school, heading to work, I realize it is for my own good. Not many kids have the mindset to go back to school or even pay for schooling, but at the end, this is all for you. To me, continuing my education is a win in life because you have set the standard that you can do whatever you believe. When it comes to the future, I don't really care about having all the cars or the money. All the materialistic things never mattered to me. If I could graduate with my associates in electrical and pass the journeyman exam, that is a whole win for myself. Alongside, if you were able to have a stable job and provide for a loving family, that would be a satisfying feeling. Coming home to kids and your wife is really all you could ask for. At the end, being able to have a long, lasting, healthy life is the greatest win of all. These are examples of how winning means to me throughout my whole life. Winning shouldn't solely be against each other, but be shared with others in this life. If you can overcome, take the next step, or have all the things you need, that is a victory itself.
I like what I'm hearing, folks. Examples, good, constant, and unity. Okay. Did you decide what you're gonna write on? Okay. add to it? Make sure on Wednesday you have your computers, I know everybody does bring theirs, but we'll definitely be using them in class on Wednesday.
For question number 4, what are we trying to find?
Well, kind of number 3 and 4 go together. Identify the method that they use. Did they use 3 examples? Did they tell a story? Whatever it might be. So like I said, 3 and 4 go together.
So you basically say the same thing.
Yeah.
For 3, I said you gave different stories over what's Adam Smith.
Yeah, and that's the same thing as 4, so, yes. Yeah, they basically should have been one question. let the author know what you like.
So you'd add something.
write about?
No, actually,
No?
I, besides my wife and daughters,
Mhm.
I know what beauty means to me, so.
Thank you. What's your prayer? You heard about beauty?
I chose beauty.
Okay.
I have like strong feelings about beauty.
Uh-huh.
I have strong feelings about beauty. People now, especially young women, what they consider beautiful. So I just feel passionately about that.
Yeah, and you, I'm guessing you disagree with how social media portrays it strongly, that's okay. Well, you did Winnie?
Yeah,
How come?
I feel like it's more than just,
Yeah. David, what about you, buddy? What do you like?
What about winning?
Really?
I feel like it's accurately describe it. Example of my life.
Leland, we missed you. What did you write about?
I also did winning.
Okay. How come you chose Winnie?
Although I don't win a lot, I love the feeling of accomplishments in my
Is
life.
winning a lot important?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
Not everything's perfect.
You got it.
and that makes you winner because
You darn right.
If you don't listen.
Writing this essay, I hope, pulls a little bit about your inside self, okay? This essay is chosen and written in a way so that you have to write a little bit from here, okay? This essay was written 99% from your heart and from what you think and how you feel. And folks, you're gonna probably have to do that someday. You may never be writing an essay, but you're gonna have to express yourself through your feelings, through your thoughts. And it could be the most unusual type of situation. It could be on the day of your wedding. It could be on the day where you have to say goodbye to someone. It could be on the day where, doggone it, you succeeded at something and that was awesome, okay? So, understanding how we all define things differently is important to us. And that's the purpose of this essay, okay? Yeah, I go through the grading rubric and I check it to see if you follow those guidelines. But I love reading this essay because I get to see a little bit of insight into how you all really feel about things. And that, I think that's important, okay? All right, I told you this week is not going to be real pressing. However, it's an important week because we're going to finalize things before the break, all right? So be here Wednesday. I will have these ready for you. And you're back to the room.